Keep a cool drink nearby because this video is hot, hot, hot. But it's not inappropriate, it's about pepper. It's about pepper sauce and how to make it so it's hot, but it's not inappropriate. It's not, no, this is coming out really wrong. Hi, welcome to my video. This week I'm sharing a recipe for a roasted pepper sauce. I ran out of pepper sauce and I don't know in what universe I let that happen. As a good Trini, you know that you must have pepper sauce in your fridge at all times. I was at my local Asian market in Etobicoke and I saw these beautiful hot Congo peppers. I picked up 2 packages because they were just $1 each. The first thing you have to do, obviously, is to wash and thoroughly dry your peppers. If your peppers are still covered in little droplets of water and you put them into the oven, they're gonna steam and not roast. Once you've done that, be sure to pull the stem right off those peppers. Try to remove the stems as close as possible to the peppers because we do not want to grind up any of those stems into the pepper sauce. Once your peppers are thoroughly dried and de-stemmed, go ahead and throw them onto a baking tray that has been just lightly brushed with a little bit of oil. Now, because this recipe uses garlic, I opted to roast my garlic as well, so I threw that onto the baking tray right along with the peppers. I would recommend that you space these peppers out. They really do need their own room, so try not to have them too crowded together on the baking tray. Once you've done that, go ahead and put the baking tray into a 400-degree oven for about 7 to 8 minutes. While the peppers are roasting away in the oven, I can show you the remaining ingredients that you need. You're going to need some mustard, some canola oil or any other neutral flavored oil, some white vinegar, and a little bit of salt according to your taste. The oil and vinegar are going to help preserve this pepper sauce so that you can keep it in your fridge for about 4 to 6 months. The mustard, I think, adds a really nice flavor. If you don't want to add mustard, don't add the mustard. Now, after the peppers have spent their first 7 to 8 minutes in the oven, it's time to pull them out and flip them over. And as you can see, some of these peppers have a really beautiful little roast going already. Some parts of the skin are turning a nice crispy brown. And if you come across a pepper that is too small and you think it's not really gonna survive another 7 to 8 minutes in that oven, go ahead, pull that one out and put the rest back in. After another 7 to 8 minutes, it's time to pull the peppers out and switch off the oven. I mean, you know, unless you're gonna use it for something else, by all means, keep it on. So add all of the ingredients to a blender. I used my little handheld blender, along with salt to your taste, and blitz it up to your desired texture. You can go for a smooth texture or a coarse texture. Taking a look at my pepper sauce, this is actually a little bit smoother than I was originally going for. And I think that has to do with the fact that in this case, the peppers are roasted, so they are softer and they are going to blend a lot more quickly. So looking back, I think that is something to keep in mind if I ever decide to do this again. Raw peppers are gonna grind up a lot more coarsely than peppers that have been roasted. Now, I didn't really know how much pepper sauce this was going to make, so I had 2 possible jars and I decided to use the taller one. I thought that that would better accommodate the amount of pepper sauce that I made. The color of your pepper sauce is going to depend on the color of the peppers that you used. If you use predominantly green peppers, it's going to have a bit of a greenish hue to it. If you use mostly red peppers, it's going to have a reddish hue. I had a blend of peppers, as you could see, and so this is the color that it turned out, kind of orangey, peachy. I'm totally okay with that. Now, looking back, using gloves probably would have been a very wise idea. I didn't actually come into contact with the pepper sauce until I had to transfer it into my container, and I got some of it on my hands, and of course I just licked it off, and it was really hot. Like, this pepper sauce is so hot. And I'm sure some of that has to do with the peppers themselves, and I don't know whether some of it actually comes from the roasting of the peppers, but you know what? Don't take my word for it. Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Okay, is that a lot?
I don't know. You know what? No.
I don't know. Some pepper sauces are very, very hot and some are not that hot. So yeah. I'm going to try a little bit, maybe to start that much with.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's bomb. Oh, I'm awake. It's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's good, right?
It's very nice. Yeah.
It's hot though. I feel like it doesn't hit you right away.
It's hotter than our usual pepper sauce, and I like that little bit of tangy.
Because there's a bit of mustard in it. Yeah.
And it's very bright in flavor. I like it. I love it.
Thanks.
Here's another little tip for you. If your tongue wants to fall off because your pepper sauce is so hot, don't reach for water. Reach for a glass of milk. It can be plant-based milk or it can be dairy milk, whatever you drink. But water in this situation is actually not going to help you. What you need is some milk. So there you have it. That is how I made my roasted pepper sauce. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you liked this recipe, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for those of you who left really kind comments on my last video. I am getting more comfortable, I think, at being in front of the camera and hopefully getting better at just talking to the camera. It's strange because it's not a real person, but it is real people, but when I'm looking at the camera, it's not a person, it's a camera, which is weird. But anyways, I hope that I am getting better at it, so thank you very much to those of you who took the time to write really kind and encouraging comments. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next week with another video. Okay, bye-bye. This week, I'm sharing a recipe for a roasted red pepper sauce. No, it's not red, I lied. There's so many colors of pepper in it. There's green, orange, red, yellow, even some that are variegated. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red, what?